Hello everyone, I am Hori. Let's do some TA on BTC. Last time when I was streaming, we were around here, something like this, and I said that I would like to take out the highs, the weekend highs that we had over here, but not to go for these equal highs. Basically, was talking to someone and they said that that would be more like bullish because you have a reason afterwards to come back up. And what we did, it was exactly that. Forgive the heavy drawings, but I'm not a very organized guy, but this works for me. So here you had your weekend highs sitting over here. Came, you rejected, you made like a triple top over here. Then you did the SFP, you didn't take the equal highs, and you moved back down. We had a little bit of support here, which used to be an 8-hour order block. But afterwards, after you crushed this one, it was a smooth way down. And we went all the way down. Let me zoom out a little bit. Hill, hill, where I said previous time that it would make all the sense in the world for me. It was this anchored view up, value area low, and the FRGR 2.0 setup that I talked about previous time. Basically, you SFP these lows, and afterwards people put their stop loss to break even. Price comes back, takes their stop loss, reverses. Over here, all of this, it was a daily demand. And on the first drop, which was over here, I said that this is the mother lode of confluences. Here you had everything. But since we front ran it over here, and afterwards I've seen in other groups and places that many people were looking at the same thing. I said that most probably this won't hold and it will come lower. This drawing over here, it was done on, so it says 31st of January, but most probably a couple of days in advance. I didn't check, but as you can see, perfectly hit. Okay, afterwards, what did we get? We got a beautiful V-shape rejection. I took half of my position out over here, and afterwards I had stuff to do. I wasn't able to monitor. I wasn't actually expecting to go all the way up, but again, no reason, no surprise. Failed demand becomes supply. You rejected it, and basically now we are sitting debatably in on the POC of the range, depending on what exchange do you look at. But for me, this is a little bit more bearish in the sense that you would like to hold the POC and you would like to hold the 100k level, which didn't happen. In yesterday, ah, then what did I say? Let's see a little bit. Okay. I will have to turn on the VPN afterwards. It is a test to see because now when I turn on the VPN, not always the trading view works properly. Okay, just for the sake of the argument. After we had the bounce from here, I said, where are you, my friend? No, 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 no. Bear with me, bear with me. Yeah, I posted that we are looking at this level, that it got hit over here. Over here it was. And I said, on the bullish side, you don't want to lose this. So if you didn't get involved over here, you didn't take this, in any way, form, or form or shape or whatever. Missing my words now. It's actually pretty late here. You hit a level, you made a stop, you SFP'd 1 hour afterwards. Let me see actually if I have a better, cleaner chart. Yeah, maybe this one. Yes, because actually afterwards this one was what I referred to. Yeah. So over here you have nothing much except a golden pocket to execute, and that's what happened over here. Afterwards, we broke market structure, and I said into the Discord, on the bullish side, you don't want to fail, or you don't want this to fail, referring to this demand over here. Fair enough, you came, retest, and it went higher. Yesterday, I was referring to this general SR level, which was demand in and support in previous moves down. Afterwards, price also stole here a little bit on its way down, and it was. Let me see, 6 hours. Yeah, it was supply, failed supply, as we can see, that afterwards acted as demand once more. And I said that I want this to hold. I would not like actually to come in this lower part because everybody would look at this and you would have the golden pocket, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, golden pocket sits here. And I wanted this to hold. What did I say? Tam pam 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 pam. That I would be looking to short. Would be looking to short around 101. We'll go afterwards on the chart and see it wasn't exactly 101, it was 170.30. Basically, it took the lower part of this mini range over here. You can see better on a lower time frame. So over here, it was your range, and afterwards you broke out of. Was This was the trade plus SFP of this high. Then we came down into my box, slightly deviated, and if you weren't convinced to enter, as you could have went on a 10-minute, even 1 hour if I'm not wrong. Let's see. Yeah, 1 hour. You have your 1 hour low. You wait for the price to stop. You mark your low. Okay, mark your low. You move on a smaller time frame. You see price closing above. You see your breaking market structure, and you can enter with the starter position or take here. I guess it was if you move to even a smaller time frame, it makes more sense. And it would be, if I'm not wrong, golden pocket. No, 0.5, good enough. But no worries. Also, if you were not convinced by this, you could have waited. Clearly, you have the breaking structure over here. You could have waited again. Here you would have had demand. And again, golden pocket. Dun, 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 show me over here. I know it is like, let's say, unusual, but I also use the 12 minute, and this is a very good example that all time frames make sense at a certain point. So you had over here your demand confluence with a fib level, because as the fib haters say, there is always a fib level. But in this case, perfect golden pocket. Okay, you would have theoretically, although it doesn't make sense, because as I trade, I don't cover the order block or the demand. I cover just once I'm in the trade, I cover the low, because I know that if it comes lower, it is invalidated. I'm looking for another trade, but for the purpose of the example, you cover the order block 0.8 stop loss, and you would have made almost a 4.5 R, because you would have targeted this high to be taken, which was equal highs over here, and then you take the SFP and you take another 2-3% to the downside. Almost the same thing as I showed yesterday, when you could have easily made a 6% in a no man's land. Let's say it like that. But if you're a trader and a scalper, no matter what happens, you can anywhere find a trade. Okay, now that we are done with the in hindsight, let's see what we might get next. And one of the things that I'm looking at that we might get next on the bearish side, to be just to be clear, because anything can happen. Ah, by the way, since we are here, let me see. Is this the one? No, 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 no. Okay, from perspective of the regular trading hours, meaning the RTH gaps. This, by the way, I posted in advance, very way in advance, and I said that it's gonna be filled. It got filled, and now this, by the way, how beautiful, moved up, filled this one again today. Today. No, yesterday. Yesterday we moved up on New York Open. We filled this one again, and this range is pretty much done, washed. Nothing, nothing much to add here. But on the other side, let me move to else, clean my charts. Ah, by the way, uh, we also rejected here. It was an anchored view up. We're better for these streams. I'm looking for a chart that uh, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned previous time on the stream or just posted to the group. The day we get daily close under this anchored VWAPs, I believe we are gonna come way lower. Anyways, since we are not trading above 100k, my bias it is that, oh, this is the one, lovely. Yeah, I think I said it only in Discord. The day we close a daily candle under this anchored VWAP, I bet you that we are gonna come for this 200 simple moving average. Set alert on it, and I'm pretty much confident that we are gonna have a reaction over here. On the bullish side, I'm gonna start become bullish when we close a daily, second day, 2 days in a row to close above the point of control and actually 100k. So then I don't care what everybody else says. I'm pretty much bearish from the point of view not of the price action, because this is pretty much bullish. You came to the value area low and low of the range. You bounced, had a beautiful V-shaped recovery. You're trading in the middle. Nothing bearish here. Nothing to tell you that you need or have to or gonna come lower. But on the other hand, if you remember, for the guys that follow me in the Discord or take into account my TA, this close over here, I mentioned it that it was a bad close. So no, not only that you had an SFP of the all-time high, which ended in a daily SFP. Afterwards, it was a weekly SFP. Now, if you go on the monthly, it is a monthly SFP, but the next day told me that most probable we're gonna come lower because the second daily closed below the previous all-time high, and this was my signal to look for shorts. Although I was short from 108 4 something 5, because it made sense for me because I was long all the way from here to profit. I left afterwards part of the long running and I hedged myself short. Okay, so we have I talked about this 200 SM simple moving average on the daily, and actually it works on everything. If we are professional and leave bias aside, and what you think you what you think price might do or what you want price to do, we're in a range and we're gonna trade the range, because just as it happened over here, you never know what's gonna happen. If you remember, how many were yelling when we were over here, over here, over here, over here, over here? Everybody said new all-time high, new all-time high. There is nothing to hold price up. There is no reason to reject blah blah, blah shit. And still we made lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. Till you took out the previous high, and it was an impulsive move. Didn't even give you a backtest or anything, and just went through. So till we don't see anything like this, we can we can take trades at the range high, targeting the range low, and the other way around. If we are to break here the range low, I am betting that at least we're gonna come in the 18-hour demand that I talked about, which is gonna be around 81. This is not the one because this is a different chart, max C, and it is not accurate. But if we move over here, I'm gonna tell you exactly. This is Binance. Yeah, this is the one. 81,600, 7868. And again, as I said before, this would make sense for me. Front run everybody that's waiting here. But till we get there, we have other levels. And I bet that maybe you're gonna have a small bounce here, SFP, a small bounce here, SFP, and they are all trades that, like, I'm not expecting the a swing trade or the world from them, but if you give me a 1%, 1.5% bounce, I'm happy with that. Next level, it is the 86, 87 zone. Then I'm very, very much curious if and when we get here, what's gonna happen, because most people, and actually I don't remember seeing anybody talking specifically and emphasizing this level as I did, and this makes me even more confident that it is gonna work since nobody's looking at it. And actually, you would also, this would make sense because you're gonna front the golden pocket of the move up. If not 75, it is the range high almost. No, it is not the range high. It is 73, 2k lower. Okay, this one will also make sense to front run the retest in this area. But we are traders. We're gonna monitor, set alerts, see what's gonna happen, and let's see on a lower time frame over here if there is anything that as market structure presents over here. I would not I would not get bullish or look into, I don't know, swing longs. You can have scalps, you can have all the scalps in the world that you want, but I would not like aim for new all-time or anything like this unless this one it is reclaimed over here, which would make all the sense in the world. You reclaim the point of control of the range, you reclaim a psychological level, and you can see clearly here, this was your support. Support all the way, backtested as resistance, backtested as resistance. You reclaim this, which basically sits at 102.3. But I'm pretty much confident that if you claim this high, you're gonna take this one out. Again, we are traders. So yet again, another SFP over here, where you take out these highs, this high over here, and you feel a little bit of this inefficient price action over here would make all the sense in the world. So it can happen. To come over here, SFP this low, yeah, might work, but as market structure sits, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, you would expect a lower low. Although on a lower time frame, maybe you just get an SFP from here. Then everybody is looking at this. Everybody, I guess, will try to trade this, but as uh, as my way of trading, I'm gonna try to look for something else, and that something else it is area for me. The 93.4, 92.8, and it's also a better RR because basically I will not cover 1.5% this low over here, and one day I will explain how and where I set my stop losses because from my point of view and how I see the market, it anyway where you would take a trade over here plus minus, and just for the sake of example, you would do it anyways like this with any asset. You know that everybody has a stop loss here. Why would you put a stop loss over here? If price comes, for example, comes like this over here, you see something bullish over here, you take your trade, no matter how it is your execution plan method, whatever. You don't need to cover this. You cover this because you know that in here there is basically nothing to hold price. So if it doesn't bounce SFP in this low or anywhere in this area, maybe you don't take this low, you make just over here, you make the reversal. You don't need to cover all of this because everybody has the stop loss there. So this would be my plan. Basically, I'm gonna sit on my hands now. I don't want to babysit trades of this small interest for me over here because I made a very good gains on what we had from here till here, what we had from here till here, we had from here till here. This one over here I traded also. I love how it played out over here, and if you guys took my advice in the Discord, everybody that was waiting for 108 something, I actually used a bad word, but okay, I'm not gonna use it online on YouTube. But I said that they are gonna get left holding their PP, and that's what happened. You went lower. Okay, afterwards over here, I said I want these highs to be taken out. That's what happened. And the beautiful thing is that in a future video, I will explain you what's about these red lines and where I have them from. But you look at it like they sit over here right now, pretty much accurate, right? Right. Okay. Uh, so you took the highs over here, and then we dumped. I don't have anything else. I would basically wait to see what what happens here. Lower time frames and this structure, it is tradable, but to pick a direction, I couldn't tell you more. I'm inclined more to the downside because everybody's bullish and they have things and reasons to be bullish for. This was a beautiful V-shaped recovery, but basically it was just a short squeeze and market realizing that they were exaggerating on the Trump news with the thing. So here we had, by the way, also a nice little range that followed exactly the levels of deviation. These are range deviation targets. Hit to the perfection, hit to the perfection. That's why I say that everything is tradable. So this was a nice long. If you got a way to get involved over here, this one over here was good. Scalp short over here, SFP, where you actually hit the range deviation level here, as you can see exactly on this same time frame. You bounced from a 12-minute demand, and yet again you have a 12-minute that you bounced from. So it's tradable, but for me to put size into my trades and pick direction, took more profit on the long or the short. I would like to see what happens over here if this holds or fails, and I would like to see 100k if this gets reclaimed, or maybe, who knows, maybe we range forever. Maybe we range forever. This is your range, and you can sit a long time over here. So nobody says that you cannot just SFP this low, reverse back up, SFP this high, come back up. And as I said it in the past, at least, I don't know, take a 1 hour time frame, take a 1 hour time frame and mark your pivots, especially the pivots that make your market structure. Like in this case over here, this is a good pivot to mark, this is a good pivot to mark, this one, this one, this one, this one, and each and every one can be an SFP trade. So this is it for now. I will see. We'll see how price develops, and maybe tomorrow I will share more, or share more from my point of view, what I see, what I believe it might happen. Till then, stay tuned. I will do a nice video for Ethereum. Be blessed. Bye bye, guys.